Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of Neo Racing League season. We are here at Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgium Grand Prix in what is one of the most iconic circuits on the Formula 1 calendar. Does the Mercedes get themselves up there with the Aston Martin and the McLaren rivals that they have? Will Gary Gator get himself in there but that 5-second time? But it has, the McLaren has retired from the session on the exit of Pouon, and that is, luckily for him, not going to cost him in position, but will certainly cost him in confidence, as Mark Bawler has retired on track, I believe, and that is 2 drivers out. So JPS, luckily, is ahead of them, so will not be affected by either driver. And out towards the bus stop at chicane goes the Mercedes. Does he just get that nice bit of traction? Yes, he does. No sort of oversteer, wheel spin, or anything of the sorts. 42.3 goes 300s quicker than the Aston Martin. Is that pole position? We're about to find out. We've got Speed Queen currently on a lap, going, was he a few hundreds up? We're not entirely sure. And goes fastest. Gary Gator goes even quicker. 3.5 tenths quick. He is right up the back of the McLaren. Might have been costed though, because of the confidence of that Sauber. He might have been costed by being caught up by that McLaren by the end of the lap. Here comes our championship leader, Shoot Fizzle, through the bus stop, up towards the line. Has the Aston Martin done enough? He has 41.9, just a tenth clear of the Sauber, and that, it might be provisional pole position. And we will be ready for the 4th round of Neo Racing League. We're going to go 3, 4, 5 red lights for round 4. As a drive through penalty of a jump start for Handblad Kelly, and that is lights out, away we go. But Aston Martin has cost themselves immediately into turn 1. Through Fizzle goes, maintains their lead. Handblad Kelly's alongside Speed Queen, but that Aston Martin has significantly ruined their race in the first few meters, and that is absolutely detrimental. We're going to go down towards down the Kemmel Straight towards Le Con. Can the Aston Martin defend from Speed Queen? We've got JPS going for a move on Rupsi-Cola, and up towards P4 they go. Rupsi-Cola managed to get by the Mercedes off the line, but the Williams has lost that little spinner, and that's a McLaren of Vekelu, who has lost out on position. So carries on though, but is down in P12.
The tyre offset between the softs and the hards, the softs and the mediums will be coming in now. So, what's going on here?
That's
what?
Speed Queen's out.
Speed Queen's just disconnected, I think.
Into the bus stop chicane we go, and that looked like there's a bit of contact. There's a bit of contact. Shoot Fizzle has spun round this guy Neo, and that is absolutely unfortunate for Neo, who was trying to get a good run and could not, and that has opened up Shoot Fizzle's lead. But that could be a stewards inquiry in itself for the Aston Martin, as the Mercedes now will be in P2, ahead behind Gary Gator, who's accompanying him with Rupsi-Cola down the back Hemel Straight now. It is going to be side by side between TTV Yes and Vekelu. The Sauber has a little look, and that means but the Sauber maintains position. TTV Yes has moved up to P5 ahead of the McLaren on the older hard tyres. But it is now completely changed to the race, as Gary up the inside, trying to make a move on those medium compound tyres, potentially looking to use this as a strategy option to get by and hope there's another safety car later on. Do what needs to be done. Goes to Sauber, try and get by, and then try and use that sector 2 to get away. DRS for the Sauber. Does Gary get by? Gary takes the lead out of the Belgian Grand Prix and ahead of Shoot Fizzle, who tries to cut him back but can't do much about it, and now tries to have a little look down the inside on the exit of Le Con, but maybe trying to throw off the Sauber as we go through Brussels. But that Sauber needs to try and get away half a second clear as we go through Radion and Eau Rouge and Radion. Now onto the Kemmel Straight once more as we come up to the halfway point of the race. Shoot Fizzle looks close. He's getting close. But JPS is just behind them as we go down towards the down the Kemmel straight, into turn 1, lock up there for the Aston Martin. JPS cuts the corner, trying to make an overtake of Gary Gator, gets the 3-second time penalty, and that has really hurt the Mercedes' race, as now Shoot Fizzle retakes the lead ahead of Gary Gator.
What we're just holding out for now is a bit of a safety car, and then I think we'll start to see the pin getting dropped. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a late stop for softs at this point. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think there is a chance for drivers to go to the softs. Oh, actually,
okay.
Here's the safety car. This is the crucial moment. When it does, JPS just needs to go and get on with it, because he cannot afford to lose even a millisecond as we go now to the green flag for the 16th time, down towards turn 1. He just needs to get on with it. He cannot afford to lose any sort of time here, because these guys these drivers behind him will be burning up their tyres, as Gary has got a decent start on the Inters, pulling away from TTVS and Marchmeister, as these two look to battle once more, and they go battle for P3. Marchmeister almost goes into the back of TTVS and luckily gets away with no collision, and Haas up to P3, the Alpine down to P4, but they've caught a intermediate runner of Gary Gator. They need to get through now, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen at the minute. Gary struggling, but they're trying to get their way through. Gary is doing an excellent job on those intermediates, all while giving JPS a more and more of a lead. 2.5 second gap between him and the second place runner, who is starting to struggle on those inters because those tyres are getting significantly warmer. We're going to see Marchmeister to the outside, and same with TTV, yes, and they're both past the Sauber. The Sauber, as the Mercedes is now starting to struggle as they go up the inside potentially of this guy Neo, trying to make a move, but around the outside goes Shoot Fizzle. There's a bit of contact there, and the Aston Martin has ghosted, but Gary and Shoot had some form of contact there, and the Aston Martin's come out on top. Gary having almighty oversteer, and please do not get caught up in another incident, and Gary, like, those intermediates have been pushed too hard because they're screaming with now, because they are, and now he's losing more and more time, more and more positions, giving Shoot Fizzle P4, and at the moment is now a couple positions ahead, and this is the crucial turning point in the race, because it is starting to get wetter.
He's now chasing down Marchmeister, but for JPS and Marchmeister, it's worth holding out to see if they can hold any kind of positions. But with the amount of laps they've got to go, I don't think it's going to be they're going to be at the back either way. They've rolled the dice, and this is what they've been served. But let's wait and see if the other cars can actually make it through.
It's only a matter of time. Heading up to Pouon, when does the Aston Martin make his move? It's not if, it's a when. We go up towards the bus stop. The Mercedes may have to just think about doing the pit stop as he goes very, very wide, and that is a free. Oh, never mind. That's a 3 second for his teammate, this guy Neo. I thought that's a 3 second for him. But JPS has now dropped down to P2. Shoot Fizzle, our championship leader, up to the lead, and the Sauber needs to get within, needs to get by as quickly as possible, because he cannot afford to lose time to that Aston Martin. TTV, yes, is past Marchmeister. Actually, there's something that's happened in the pit lane. JPS is in the wall. He's out the session. He's in the wall in the pit entry. There's this guy Neo. There's a couple drivers involved in that, and there's a bit of issue there with drivers going into each other.
But as we come around the final corner now, Shoot Fizzle is going to take the on-track race lead.
In the end, then, it was as you were in the standings, with Shoot Fizz taking that victory ahead of Rupsy Cola, with Gary Gator in third. There was no penalties that changed any of the finishing positions, so everybody stayed exactly as they were. Shoot Fizz picking up 19 points means that he opens up the gap at the top of the standings, especially with JPS's DNF. He drops all the way down to 6th place, with Shoot Fizz now first place, 17 points clear of Rupsy Cola. And then looking at the further bottom half of the grid, we're now down to 16 drivers with points, with DJTT taking that 16th spot with 2. And then looking at the teams, Aston Martin holding on to the lead, 71 points to Mercedes' 54. Mercedes strong contenders once again, despite losing Jens Rombos, and expect them to fight with Aston Martin as we head through the season. Thank you very much for watching.